What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Now listen, man, we just watched the crocodile alligator style video not too long ago, man, where people were finding them in their swimming pools, in their backyards, just pretty much just taking over. And I was seeing in the comment section people just saying, you know, you learn to get used to them, you learn to live with it, you know, you stay out the way, you try to create some form of barrier between you and them so you're not stumbling upon them, they're not getting a drop on you. But still in all, I'm like, nah, no way, nope, nah. But this next video is 10 of the largest crocodiles on earth. Now, I've heard people say they've been around. Some people say they've been around since the dinosaurs. Man, these guys have pretty much just been roaming the earth at their own will, leisure, or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, you know, carefree, because it ain't too many animals out here gonna get in that water and contest with them, right? I've seen maybe what was that? A tiger? Was it a tiger or a lion? I think it might have been a tiger. Something like lion, maybe. Might have been a lion that I seen grab one, but he was a little bit smaller. Probably not one of these. He wouldn't have survived that. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get into this video, man. Shout out to Mind Warehouse. If you haven't subscribed to them, go do so. All right, let's get to it.
Hello everyone. After the 1975 film Jaws, everyone believes that sharks are aggressive, bloodthirsty monsters, and alligators have also been portrayed as the main villain in less famous thrillers and horror movies, although for some reason, many don't consider them so cruel. However, alligators are 100 times more dangerous than sharks.
Whoa, don't say sharks. Just make sure you don't say megalodon. You know what I'm saying? They're not more dangerous than megalodon, or I don't know. I may have to kind of weigh that out and see how close together they are. But fam, he said 100 more times dangerous than sharks. We just watched a shark video not too long ago, and I was like, yo, I'm out the water. I'm out the water. Now you're telling me crocodiles are 10 times more dangerous? Shh.
1,000 human victims a year against only 10. Are you already feeling uncomfortable? Well, today we will share with you the most exciting stories about different crocodiles and caimans, and you'll see just how dangerous they are. Let's get it on. Complex operation. There used to be a huge alligator living in Shamrock Park in Venice, Florida. It was almost 4 meters long and weighed 450 kilograms. People tried to stay away from the pond where the predator lived, and it was always recommended to keep other animals on a leash when walking in the park. Everything seemed to be going well until the inevitable happened. Once a couple of dogs were let off the leash by their irresponsible owners. In a matter of seconds, they were near the lake, and the gator didn't lose any time. One of the animals was never found, and the other one had to be put down due to multiple injuries. It became clear that the presence of the bloodthirsty reptile in the park could no longer be tolerated. Trained specialists came to fix the problem. They spent 2.5 hours taking the predator out of the bushes. Unfortunately, the gator had to be put down, although he wasn't to blame for what happened. Huge giant.
Look how he is shaking that thing, bro. That is a beast. Huh? That's like the Marshawn Lynch of the NFL right there, bro. That is beast mode.
Did you know that some species of crocodiles keep growing throughout their life? Thus, over many decades, their bodies can reach unimaginable sizes. Meet Lolong, the largest saltwater crocodile in...
Who thought that rickety trailer was gonna hold him up? He done tore that all up, fam.
Captivity. It weighed a ton and reached 6 meters in length. Do you want to know how Lolong was caught? It's like a detective novel. Once this crocodile lived on the loose in a Philippine province, but suddenly and strangely, people started to go missing in the area. First, a 12-year-old girl, then a local fisherman. Obviously, everyone thought that it was the predator, and people decided to catch him immediately. But catching a huge beast that weighs almost a ton is no easy job. The operation lasted about 3 weeks. First, the hunters set giant traps in Lolong's habitat. The crocodile got into them, but easily tore the strong steel cables apart. Finally, after many attempts, the reptile was tied up and caught. It took a whole night and about 100 professional hunters. 2 years later, Lolong died of heart failure and stress in his enclosure. By the way, according to the investigation, his involvement in the disappearance of people was never actually proved. Today, the remains of the crocodile are kept in a museum in the Philippines.
Fam, did you see the size of... Bro. He might not ate those people. He ate something. He looked like he was slow though, so they would have probably had to either fall in the water. I don't know. When they get that size, can they still move as fast? He didn't look like he could move as fast.
Unwanted visitor. Which sport can be more relaxing than golf? You don't have to run or put in any serious effort, and you're offered refreshments as well. Most likely, you can even get to the green in a special car. And also, you're surrounded by nature. A perfectly mowed lawn, ponds, picturesque trees. Look, there's even deer. Wait, what are they looking at? Oh, whoops. Apparently, people on golf courses often meet dangerous creatures. This happened in South Carolina, right in the middle of a game. A huge 3.5-meter long alligator appeared on the lawn. Fortunately, he left the scene as quietly as he came. However, he did make everyone around him rather nervous. Living legend.
He could have had the whole course at that point, bro. He walked out there like a bully. You know how bullies just come around, man? He walking like a bully. Look at this, bro. Like who wants some? Like he walking around the jail, like picking fights with people in the jail.
On the lawn. Fortunately, he left the scene as quietly as he came. However, he did make everyone around him rather nervous. Living legend. In Burundi in Africa lives a creature that many people consider to be a reincarnation of the devil. We are talking about Gustav, a giant Nile crocodile. He's about 75 years old, and stories about his bloodthirstiness are passed on from generation to generation by local residents and actively investigated by journalists. People tend to exaggerate facts when telling stories, and the exact number of Gustav's victims is actually unknown. But throughout his long life, Gustav has killed at least 300 people. This killing machine operates near the Ruzizi River and the Lake Tanganyika. The most amazing thing is that, according to rumors, the predator does not hunt people for food. He just kills them and leaves them there. There is a possibility that the crocodile is not interested in more typical prey like antelopes or large fish because of his incredible size. It's believed that Gustav is one of the largest animals of his species in the world. His body measures at least 6 meters in length and his weight exceeds a ton. But he's never been measured with a tape measure, for obvious reasons. However, Gustav can be easily identified not only because of his size, his whole body is covered with numerous bullet scars, which could not defeat the African predator. Many hunters were sent to catch the predator, but no one was able to defeat the crocodile. 20 years ago, there was a rumor in Burundi that Gustav had finally died, but in 2008, journalists saw him again in the jungle. So it seems that the ruthless reptile is still alive and keeps on hunting people. Unusual pets.
See, and that lets you know right there. Just when you think you can let your guard down, you thinking, oh, we ain't seen him, he died, this, that, and third, everybody's spreading that, and then he pops up again out of nowhere. No, bro. No, that's the devil right there.
Meeting a crocodile, most of us would try to run away, but some adventurers devote their lives to work with these deadly predators. This is the case of Rob Bredel from Australia. His family has been working side by side with 3-meter reptiles on a croc farm for 3 generations. During his entire career, Rob himself caught a couple of 100 predators and fed and cared for more than 1,000. For him, there's nothing special about it, and this...
What's wrong with his arm? I know everybody else saw that too. Watch his arm.
And fed and cared for more than 1,000. For him,
that might be a croc thing. Now, if it's a health issue, then I don't mean nothing by it. But if that's a croc bite, talk about it, fam. Stop leading it on like he's just this great capture. If that arm is like that due to a croc bite, then we need to talk about that.
There's nothing special about it, and this has long been part of his daily routine. However, this does not mean that working with dangerous reptiles was easy for Rob and his family. One of his relatives, for example, was attacked by a 700-kilogram monster right in the family zoo. Thankfully, the woman survived. She had to undergo about 30 surgeries though, and spent more than 2 months in hospital. All this, however, does not scare Rob at all. He continues to ride on the backs of huge crocodiles and take care of them. Ferocious record holder. What animals come to your mind when you think about
Why would you hop on the back? Like, this dude right here don't care, bro. He was that little kid in the neighborhood that your mom said, I don't want to catch you playing with him. If I catch you playing with that little boy, you can't go outside for the next month. This guy is him. He's that boy. He grew up. This is him.
And spent more than 2 months in hospital. All this, however, does not.
And see, I've heard that they tell you to like run like zigzag if a croc comes after you because he can't really turn like that. This kind of supports that claim a little bit to me.
Yeah, Robertson.
Because he's able to sit on his back, but he can't really turn to get to him like you want to.
He continues to ride on the backs of huge crocodiles and take care of them. Ferocious record holder. What animals come to your mind when you think about Australia? Kangaroos, koalas, and crocodiles, of course. There are only 2 species of crocodiles in this country, but the local saltwater crocodile is the largest species in the world, and it's only natural that the largest specimen also lives in this country. The predator's named Cassius, after Cassius Clay, who you probably known as Muhammad Ali. The crocodile was ranked the largest in the world in 2013, after the death of its competitor, Lolong. The predator was caught back in 1984. It's believed that today he's over 110 years old, and before the crocodile arrived to an Australian reserve, he was the terror of the jungle, and numerous scars on his face and body are a proof of this. Cassius's favourite pastime was biting off the engines of boats passing by. There's no exact
Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me this fool is out here biting off engines? And you expect me to just go out here, man? My pops hit me up the other day talking about going out into the water. No, I'm good. I'm good. Especially now that I know these fools out here biting off engines. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Information about the number of his victims, but you can easily imagine the attack of a monster that weighs 1 ton and measures 5.5 meters on a flimsy riverboat. Lucky catch. In 2014, these images from Central America went viral. A huge monster was pulled out of the waters of the Panama Canal. It happened in the port town of Colon, from where the predator was later transported to the Lake Gatun. As reported, it took a lot of people because the reptile was incredibly heavy. The newspapers reported that it was the largest crocodile in history in Panama, because on the photo, he really looks enormous. However, no one ever specified the exact weight of the animal, and people started wondering if the animal was really that huge. Just take a look at the images. From this angle, the animal seems larger than it actually is. You might think that he's lying on the ground, but in fact, he's on the roof of a truck. This is confirmed by other pictures. What an illusion. Later, it turned out that the mysterious beast is only 3 meters long, which is quite average for the species. Best friend. Australian naturalist
He was moving pretty fast right there. I want to know what top speed is for him.
Matt Wright is also known for his unusual taste for pets. Instead of a dog, he decided to adopt a crocodile.
Personally, I think he's about 2,300 pounds.
Moreover, he called him Tripod because he doesn't have one leg. Yes, this guy clearly has a great sense of humor. Although most people don't laugh when they meet Tripod because the monster again weighs about 1 ton and he's more than 5 meters long. According to Matt, his pet likes to hang out in the backyard and has been living with him for over 5 years. The guy would love to let his friend go, but because of his limb injury and the fact that he used to live on a crocodile farm, he probably wouldn't survive in the wild. By the way, the wife of the naturalist even founded her own business related to her husband's passion. The woman produces her own line of face and body care products, which are based on crocodile fat. This substance helps to slow down the aging of skin and deeply nourishes it. By the way, in ancient times, it was used by Cleopatra herself.
Wow.
Road traffic violation. The next time you get stuck in a traffic jam and complain about your life, remember this footage and how some people have it worse than you. In North Carolina, for example, road traffic can collapse because of a giant crocodile chilling on the road. Even the fact that you're protected from the predator by a layer of glass and metal will hardly calm you. Who knows what the beast has in mind? New champion. After the tragic death of the Philippine giant Lolong, Pangil, a new record breaker, appeared in the country. The size of this crocodile is, of course, slightly more.
Bro, look at the size of his teeth, fam. Look at the size of his teeth.
Record breaker appeared in the country. The size.
Look at that, bro. That's about the size of your hand almost. That get hold of you and pierce through you. You're done. You're done. If you get your limb back, you're gonna bleed out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
So this crocodile is, of course, slightly more modest, if this word could be used to describe such huge animals. Pangil is almost 5.
Look at the snap.
If this word could be used to describe such huge animals. Pangil is almost.
See, it's like they make sudden moves, like quick, like towards you. They put it all in one strike, like after you, because they know they got one opportunity and you gone. So that's like they sit there, they build it up, and then they strike at you. Fam.
Almost 5.5 meters long, and today he lives in a park in the city of Davao. So far he hasn't been assigned any official titles, but we're sure that it's only a matter of time. Hold on a second. Do you want to see some crazy stories?
No. Listen, bro. I feel for you guys that live around some of these creatures, man. Be safe out here. Play it safe. Always look. It's like crossing the street. You know, you look both ways. Always look around when you come out your house or when you get up in the morning and look inside your house, because I be hearing stories about people finding them in their house. Do you imagine that? Man, my whole room would be like Fort Knox, locked down, barricaded, so nothing can get in while I'm sleeping, bro. For real, man. Just imagine that. I don't know. I'm supposed to be going to Florida soon. I might have to get me some like gator meat or something like that, man. Just to try. That's the closest I'm gonna get to one of these animals. That's it. It's the closest, man. Y'all get at me. Let me know what y'all think, man. If you got some horror, crocodile, or alligator stories, put them in the comment section, man, so we can check them out. It's your boy L. Make sure you subscribe and stick around. Stay tuned to the next reaction. My peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.